This is the Delay W podcast. I'm your host, Saint. Well, we got the usual panel, but starting off with our editor first, Werewolf.
Whoa.
That was hot.
Yeah, I like
Sorry.
that. And then we got on the panel here, Coconut,
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Kiki the Dom,
Yes, sir.
and we got M.
Hey, glad to be back. I know I've been missing out here.
You've been hiding
Yeah,
incognito.
Yeah, I've been in my A. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You know how I do. Be dipping out.
Yeah, it definitely be like that.
But no,
Jesus.
trying to get my life together. I finally moved out again. So that's lit.
Hey.
I'm supposed to be getting a car tomorrow, so that's even more lit.
Big clap. Like that.
Let's just
Like
pause and just give her a round of applause, man.
Thank you.
There you go.
Appreciate
there you
that,
go.
guys.
Snapping our
This
fingers
support's
here.
awesome.
There you go.
Support's great.
That's so crazy.
Hey, Coconut, what are we talking about tonight?
We're talking about food workers, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
we're
yeah.
talking
We got some stories, right? Or is it just like I don't know how y'all want it to be, but I got some stories. But I'd rather have somebody
So-
start first.
Yeah, let's get into what led into this topic in the first place. I'm just posted in the Discord right now. Just going through Twitter, and see this woman tweets out, when I worked at a food truck in college, the girl bought a third. How do you say that?
Acai.
Acai?
Oh,
Acai.
acai.
Acai?
Acai bowl.
Acai.
He
I
said
don't know what that
acai?
is.
Acai.
Bro, it's acai.
You've never had an
Yeah,
acai
acai.
bowl?
They made a
Why do you
meal out the
spell
beers.
like that?
They made a meal out
What
the
do you
beers?
mean?
Spell it
it's
out.
supposed to be
They're
spelled like that.
delicious.
Just try to spell it out.
It's like
Fuck
actually,
no.
I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. I just know how to say it.
It's like some type of smoothie. I don't even know if that's even correct, but it's like this purple like substance that you can eat cold. You can put like fruits in it and like oatmeal and stuff like that. Yogurt, but better, if that makes any sense.
I could, yeah,
Oh,
it's like
okay, I
yogurt,
see.
but better. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with the explanation. I think they're expensive though, aren't they not? Like,
I don't know. You can get like little packets and like make them yourself from like the store. But like if you go to Jamba Juice, I think it's at least like $8 to $10 for like a bowl.
nah. Yogurt? Just for yogurt? Nah, I'm good. I'd rather just have ice cream.
Hell yeah.
Understandable.
All right,
What's
Jalen. All right, Saint, you can continue.
She was buying a acai bowl, and this college student just had the nerve to be like, when you know how I go to like a restaurant or
I've seen this tweet. That's funny.
like a small owned truck or whatever, and they ask you to like do a tip. Well, this girl was like, "Sorry, Brock, I'm a broke college student on a budget, like, bruh." When I read that shit, I low key got like, I wasn't mad, but I was like, bruh, like you don't got to do some unnecessary shit like that, bro. Like, come
You
on
forgot
now.
to read the last part of the tweet.
Oh yeah, and she's
The most important part.
Yeah, the girl said, "Yeah, I hope she's dead now." And honestly, I don't blame her for saying that because like, that's fucked up. Like, you don't gotta like go out your way to say some shit like that, bro. And especially like, I can understand if it was like a corporation or something, right? You don't want a tip, cool, that's fine. But it's a restaurant, and it makes me like want to know what everybody's opinion is on like the whole food industry and like the tipping and all that.
Oh,
Like,
dude, I
first of
tip
all,
if I get good service, bro. I ain't tipping just because it's mandatory. Like, no, if I get bad service, I'm not gonna tip you. The fuck?
I've seen like tweets and stuff where it said like, okay, if you don't have enough money to tip, then you probably shouldn't
Like, go out
to
or
that
do
particular
whatever.
place or whatever.
But that's ridiculous. Maybe I want to eat here. The fuck I got to do with anything?
Like I'm there to spend my
I
money on
think it.
food.
I think it depends. Yeah, like it depends because like if you're at a restaurant, you must have money to tip. Like
Oh,
no
yeah, of
matter what,
course.
you really shouldn't be going out.
Oh yeah.
But there's
Just
certain
with that,
there's
I
yeah.
like to include in customer service. Like I'll give you a set amount at the beginning, but throughout that whole time I'm sitting there, your customer service decides on your tip. So if you're over here being rude, I'm taking $1 off. You're coming to the table late, I'm taking $1 off. If you're being great, you're fast, super outgoing, talkative, I'm adding $1. And that's just typically how I go about tipping.
I like
But that
Understandable.
that.
goes into what I'm thinking about because like restaurants automatically like make sure to tip, and if they're like the service is good, I'm gonna tip way more, right? Especially if they're friendly and they're showing like actual good like customer service skills, right? But do y'all tip
Mhm.
for DoorDash and stuff like that? I wanna know your opinions on like
I hardly
DoorDash and
ever use
Uber.
that, so I can't really say
I
much.
have only I have only used DoorDash like one time, but the one time that I did use it, I did tip just because of just how like fast that they were able to get to my house from the location that they were at.
So for me, I actually use it quite often. Um, I try to at least give them a little bit, especially if they have to go out of their way to pick it up and bring it to me.
Yeah.
Because then it's like that's on your gas and that's your miles. But
I
I
respect
always
that.
do
Mhm.
other. I don't do any of the tips that they suggest just because I don't like that. Like I'm gonna decide how much I tip them. But I always try to give them just a little bit just because it's like I know they're using their own car. So it's like wear and tear on their vehicle. It'd be different if Uber gave them all vehicles type B, then it's like fuck it. But since it's like, okay, well this person's actually using their miles, their gas, their car, like granted
Do
that's
they
their
get
job.
100% of that tip?
I
I'm
don't think
not certain
so.
on that.
I wouldn't be. I'm not 100% either on how that works.
Because that's one thing I look at. I'm like, do they get 100% of that? And two, I've had some like
Actually, they
moments like
have to because it's tip.
if you
They have to, right?
you would think,
Or
right? You would think, right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like,
Because that also goes into when I like order like Starbucks and stuff, and you can tip the people, right? Like if you're doing like
Yeah.
curbside, or whatever. So then I'm like, who's getting that actual money? Maybe I'm
mm,
overthinking shit, but I think about stuff like that, right?
No, that's not overthinking.
It's a good
I feel
question.
like you should think about stuff like that because yeah, you're right. You don't know who getting money at
it's
the
like
end of the day.
saying people work so they can get so they're making somebody rich. That's basically it.
Literally.
Yeah.
Because that's a good
And on
question.
top of that, what were you gonna say?
I said, no, that's actually a good question. Because it's like, I'm tipping you because I'm like, okay, I feel bad because you're going out of your way. But then it's like, are you even really getting the tip? Like, does that tip solely belong to you? So, like I said, that was a good question to ask.
And then maybe they
Yeah,
don't even know
and,
if they're getting the full tip either. you
That's
yeah.
know,
true.
And then I've had if you've seen my Twitter throughout the years, I've had nightmares for this food, like in general.
what do you mean?
Like
Nightmares.
one time I ordered, yeah, like it's been pretty like some fucked up shit. It's just like how. So one time I ordered last year DoorDash for some pizza, right? It
Okay,
was supposed to be like pizza, breadsticks, and like some cinnamon rolls, right?
that
That
sounds
sounds
good.
good as
Bro, it
hell.
was just a pizza, and it was the wrong size too. And I'm looking at the dude, I'm like, what's the rest of my food? And, and the dude he didn't speak English, or at least he was acting like he didn't speak English, and I'm like, what the
Just what
fuck?
happens. He
What?
doesn't know English. No, he's like faking that he doesn't know English, and he's like, "I have the food
I'm
right in
like,
my."
like really? So I'm like, what the
I said,
fuck?
you better
And
than
shit
me.
like
I
that
would have
makes me
broke
be
out
like,
translate.
man,
Would have been
I
like,
wanted to
speaking to
swing
the
on that
phone.
dude. It was so stupid. Like the place that I ordered from, they at least like let me pick up like for free. But it was like, damn, now I'm going out of my way and wasting gas when I did this option for delivery to avoid like
I was about to say, like,
wasting
that
any
was the
gas,
whole
right?
point of me doing this was so I wouldn't have to leave my house.
And that's why I'm like, damn, why doesn't like DoorDash give you options to pay like a tip afterwards, right? But I don't
That's
use
the only
DoorDash
thing.
anymore. That was
Yeah,
just
I think they should do it how they do it with like Lyft and like Uber. You know how typically like you get picked up, you pay for the ride, you get picked up, you get dropped off at your destination, and then when you're dropped off, they ask you like, "How was your experience? Did you want to tip them?" I think that's how DoorDash should do it, but they don't. They make you tip off rip. And it's like, that's rude. Like, prime example. So the other night I had ordered some Chinese food, right? And homegirl got lost. She didn't really speak that much English, but she was on the phone and she was extremely fucking rude. Like we were like, "Oh, where are you?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm in this apartment. Like I can't find it. I'm out in front. I'm out in front. I'm not coming out. You have to come find me." Like, first of all, bitch, this is your job. You were paid to come over here to deliver my food. You got me fucked up, first and foremost. Secondly, that is not how you speak to somebody who is paying you. Like, what? Like, she really had the audacity to be like, "I'm not going anywhere. Come to me." And then just to find out, homegirl wasn't
what?
even in the right apartment complex. She was in a whole other apartment complex. Talking about, "I'm going to stay right here. You come
Is
to
she
me."
good,
Bitch,
bro?
you weren't even in the right area, but you wanted me to come to you? Like, first, I'm going to need you to be in the right destination before we do anything of that sort. But then like when was leaving was talking about like, "Oh, thank you so much for coming to me. Like, I'm sorry about that." Like, yeah, girl, that's why you only got $2 for a tip because you're trash and you suck. You need to do better. Over here telling me I gotta come to you. You tripping.
Oh,
I'd
the
probably give her
birthday boy actually
nothing.
came on. Wait a minute.
Yo,
Yes,
Hey, happy
sir.
motherfucking birthday.
And get dead silence.
It's my
Birthday
boy.
king.
It's my boy birthday. Yes, sir.
yes sir, yes sir.
If I didn't have a
Gotta put it
man,
on
I
my.
would have sent you something nice, but I can't do that. So happy
I be like,
birthday.
I be like low key with my shit because niggas
Now I
found out
gotta post it on my Twitter, Bucko.
I'm fucking dead. Thank you, bro. Like
You ain't
I
old
found
yet.
out, I feel old. 22 is old, bro.
Fuck
Oh,
you.
fuck you. I'm
Fuck you.
23.
Fuck you.
I'm,
I was to say
And
I'm
I'm
about to
about to
be
be
23.
23 in
Kiss my
April.
ass.
Well, I'm the
I'm
oldest
about
one
to say,
here.
kiss my ass.
Wait,
Yes,
how old are
yes,
you?
you
I'm
are.
24.
Always one.
Oh, what a grandpa.
Right? My back hurts.
I'm
Uh,
he
sorry.
only 44. He in his prime. We
See,
got Benjamin
we
Button. He
saying
ain't back.
that, but we're right behind him while we over here talking shit.
I'm
well,
talking shit because I'm still 23.
Follow the
When
leader.
I'm 24, I'll talk shit to 25s. It's all
I
good.
ain't
Just keep
yeah.
it going, the cycle.
Dude.
I'm not gonna lie. Part of me kind of wanted to bust in the middle of y'all recording and everything too, just like a dramatic entrance. Because I'm kind of taking it like even at the moment. I'm like, yeah, let me just here.
I'm dead. I can definitely hear it echo in the bathroom.
That nigga line. He was
Wild.
singing like Usher in the restroom, singing that "Let It Burn."
Yeah, I'm in my office.
Let
Feel me? I'm putting in work.
Oh, I can imagine.
Car. So King, we're talking about food workers and like
Oh, yeah,
how do you feel about tipping like at restaurants and in general? You know.
but you're supposed to tip like what, 10% off rip, right? Well, is it 10 or 15%? Because I think you should just be tipping niggas. Like, if you pick some food up, like, if you DoorDash and pick it up, it's just like, should you leave a tip? You coming to pick your food up. It's not like it's getting delivered and you leave a tip. Or you dined in and you leave a tip. I think you should leave a tip every time on some shit. Them niggas, that
That
shit.
actually goes to what I was gonna ask everybody. Because there was one time I had ordered like Pizza Hut, right? And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes them delivery fees, I'm like, what? Hey, yo, what the
Oh,
fuck?
You be seeing the commercials talking about, "Oh, you can get 2 pizzas for $5," and you're like, "Ooh, bet, let me go online."
That's a lie.
Total was like 35.96. Like, hey yo,
Damn.
what the fuck? Like, what happened to the deal I saw on TV? Because these prices are not adding up.
Yeah, that deal is a lie. Because when you go on the app and then on the website, it shows like $6 for a pizza, Then if you get like a side or like a dessert or anything, that's like $7 or $8, depending what it is. It's just like, yo, where the fuck is this $5 deal you were talking about? Like,
You better hit that carry out.
Because this is not
yeah,
looking
so
like
I
a
do. I
five
did a
dollar
carry
deal.
out. Yeah, I did. I did a carry out one time. I was like, fuck that. And so I go to go pick it up. Right. First it was supposed to be like curbside. 'Cause this was no. Just two different occasions. But I said the first one. So this was like pre-COVID, and I went in there, picked it up, and she was like, "Oh, are you gonna put a tip on there?" I didn't want to say, I didn't want to say what I was there, but in my mind, I'm like, "A tip for what?"
No.
Pick up my food. You feel me?
I
It's
would
like
have
if
just scratched
I,
my head and walked away.
it was like, damn, bro, I ain't play ball. I don't know what to tell you. But shit, what did you do to my food?
And this person wasn't like, "Oh, just a regular worker." This is one of like the managers, and I'm
Where's
just
my
like,
tip?
what the fuck?" I'm like, "Tip? That defeats the whole purpose of me coming to pick this up. Should I be
Understood.
tipping you for making the food that I pay for?"
I was
And this
about
is
to
not me trying
just
to
I
sound like
was
an
just about
asshole.
to say that. Like, you didn't give it to me, you didn't deliver it. Like, what am I tipping you for? Because I already paid you for the actual pizza. Like, at this point, you're
Yeah.
not going any more out of your way.
And this is a big franchise at that, so it's not like I'm at a small business or like a family owned type of business, right?
Right.
But that makes me like also like ask y'all, how do y'all feel about like the small businesses and like food trucks and stuff like that?
Oh, I'll
Do
Uh,
y'all always tip?
They
uh,
cool.
I tip. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I always tip.
I
Oh
think
yeah,
they
no,
cool.
definitely like the small businesses, like anything like that. Like, I will say those are the best too. Like, I recently went to Rosarito and everything out there is very like made right there on the spot in front of you. And so not only am I not spending that much money anyway because it's way cheaper, it's like, cool, I'm gonna tip you just because one, I just watched you do all that shit. And secondly, like, small business. We support small businesses out here.
It's like your food fire. Why wouldn't I give you money?
Facts. Like, I'm about to drop some more to eat some more. Fuck all the corporate businesses.
What's like
Some of them just
one
be
like
so rude too.
yeah, some of them do be rude. I think it just depends on like the area.
Oh,
But like
rude to
what's
me is Popeye.
I mean, it's not gonna hit if they're not rude to you at Popeyes.
Facts. That's a must with the Popeyes.
Yeah.
Now, like these other places, like I remember one time I went to Burger King and I had the rudest bitch at the fucking window. And this is when I was back in Virginia, you know. No, but she was rude as fuck. Like, me and the homegirl almost got out the car and whooped her ass. That's how fucking rude she was. Like, I was like, "Ooh, Jesus is testing me today because you, my friend, are out of pocket." But we were ordering food. You know, we're waiting in the drive-through, whatever. You know, me and her chit chatted, and she gives us our stuff. Doesn't say a word to us. Like, doesn't ask us for any condiments, nothing like that. So then she gives us our food, and then she just walks away. And me and the homegirl are just sitting there, like, is that it? Like,
Like
she
you
didn't even
want
say you
smoke?
can go.
Not
Like, yeah, like she didn't
not
even say
him
nothing.
going to Burger King.
I don't even eat Burger King. That wasn't for me. I just want you to know that was not for me. But
I'm about to
But
say,
Okay,
anyway,
did
I
you get
was
the chicken fried?
okay. I was just checking, man.
What's wrong with your Burger King?
It's me.
Burger King is disgusting.
Yeah, I
Only
don't go
thing
to
I
Burger
would eat
King
from
either.
there if I'm starving and have no absolute other choice is a chicken sandwich.
Like,
Otherwise, you would
You
not
went there
catch
for a
me eating
chicken
no Burger
sandwich at a
King.
Burger King? Literally
like,
called Burger
That's
King?
like,
not
That's
say,
amazing.
like, say,
down bad.
like, say
chicken
these
sandwiches
Too
that
down
them
chicken
bad.
chicken
flavor.
fries,
That
they
is that is
spicy
the
Hey,
chicken
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 fries
flavor.
is
fries?
definitely goated. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna sit here and act like they not good, but everything else on that menu is meat.
I just
I
never had
mean,
Burger King chicken.
The
I,
slushy?
I,
I never went to
I
Burger
mean, like,
King.
I mean, they chicken sandwich wasn't just bad, but like it was barely hot. Like it wasn't on
Well,
Chick
it
Fil A's or
depends what chicken
Popeyes. Like,
sandwich.
dang, I can really eat
Yeah,
another
I
one of these
mean, it
motherfuckers type
has to be
meats.
like one of those good ones, not like the little dollar menu chicken. No, like a chicken club sandwich. Like, If that's what I'm there, that's the only thing I'm going there for. But yeah, no, she was rude as fuck, just walked away. And then like the coworker was like, they're still at the window, and she just turned around and was like, "What?" I was like, "Bitch, what? I'm about to walk my foot up your ass. What are you talking
It's
about? Like that is rude."
It's a fast food place. I could go with that, even though it's a tad bit rude. It's fast food.
I mean, I know that, but girl, I didn't put a gun to your head and say you gotta work here. You decided to work here. That's on you. Just because you're having a bad day don't mean you gotta fuck up my day.
Lame ass.
Like, damn, bitch, who's shedding your cereal today, cuz? Are you good?
Literally, like someone took a piss in your motherfucking cornflakes and it was not me.
I was finna say oatmeal, but you got it.
You know, same thing.
So I'm looking at like the thread of like the original tweet, and you know, some people that are like,
All this
oh,
tipping.
okay, so oh, say what you gonna say?
Oh, I said all this tipping reminds me of a story that me, my mom, dad, the whole family went to Carrabba's. We had a waiter. I'll just tell you the end. So basically, we did not tip that waiter because how she acted towards us. And one detail I did not see that my mom saw, that the waiter had nail extensions on, which is not a professional thing to see on a restaurant like that. And she was the one that delivered our place, and her like nails are really close to our food. You know, a lot of shit can get under those nails, you know, germs and whatnot. I can't remember if we left the place early or didn't eat. I just remember.
I'm sorry, we're gonna have to leave this establishment.
It was very unprofessional and unsanitary.
Sounds like it.
From that one waiter.
I hated you.
What you said, that goes back to what we were saying, that like you have to have good customer service too.
Oh, you have to.
You do.
Regardless if it's mandatory me tipping you, you're not about to come at me like an asshole that doesn't got no damn sense. Like, first of all, I know that's not in your training etiquette to speak to me like this. Like, if I were to call your manager over here, nobody would be happy. Like, I actually did that once. I did pull a Karen, and I got me
My
a
people
full
got some
meal.
beautiful customer service, boy.
Oh my goodness, they be making me want to come. Like, you know what? You go take a break, Aaron. I'll hold the fort down because you were just too nice. I got you, Aaron. Same with the In-N-Out people. They are so nice. Like, yes, see, this is customer service right here.
See, that's the only two like fast food restaurants I would like be willing to like tip them, right? Because their service is just like, it's ridiculously good.
Immaculate.
Well, I tip Chick-fil-A from my go up, man. Y'all be putting.
Niggas, you eating?
It sound like it.
They be putting that extra crack in my spicy chicken sandwich, boy. And
Niggas, you eating a spicy chicken sandwich right now?
perhaps.
I'm like, he eating
Jesus.
something. Munching.
All your damn food, Negro.
I can't help it. It's crack.
Get yourself together. So, like, in the thread, like, they were arguing about, like, tipping is optional, but should we make it, like, mandatory? Like, would that make people feel better?
Nah, you shouldn't do
Then
that.
you might as well just pay hourly.
And then
And what's the point of
that
customer
goes into,
service?
like, also some of the arguments. Yeah, like, that goes into some of the arguments where, like the customers shouldn't be paying for the workers' check, basically. How do y'all feel about that? Because I feel like restaurants like Pizza Hut and like pizza chains, they should be paying their fucking workers. They be paying them shit.
Yeah,
especially if you a delivery boy.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you just reminded me. Fucking Domino's.
Domino's.
Dead wrong. I know you seen their delivery, what they
Oh,
been
you're talking
doing.
about
I know
delivery.
y'all seen their shit.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the prank.
No, we talked about that in another episode. No, fuck you.
Oh, I think we talked about it
That's
this
a whole nother
episode.
episode.
Oh, bro.
No. But
that's funny, bro. That's funny.
But it reminded me because I seen it before one time, like Christmas Eve on the way home from work, or like Christmas week, and I'm like, hey yo, what the fuck? I'm like, is this nigga on a bike? And he got the little domino sign and everything. I'm like, oh dog, not no motorcycle. Nothing. I mean, just like a fucking bike,
Bicycle.
This nigga was
A
pedaling.
a
bicycle.
bicycle,
This nigga was
pedaling.
putting pedal to the
He
metal on
was
that.
he's on his hustle, dude. Like
He just getting
like
his workout for sure.
You been wondering why your pizza been late?
That's
It's because Domino's doing them wrong, bruh.
that's the
Even my
bike
mom, when she
rapper.
seen that shit one day, she was like, "What the hell?" She was like, "They dead wrong for that, bruh."
I
And you know he
mean,
not getting paid extra for that.
probably not.
Not at all.
Full on in the streets. I'm talking about nah,
Yeah.
like
Pedaling
1960
on
type shit.
45.
Like, bro,
At that point, he's banking on tips.
290. 59, nigga. He go places. That's a Toyota bike.
yeah, the pizza drivers and stuff, I'll tip them. But when you sit there and look at it and think about it, like, bro, they need to pay their workers because that's fucked up. That's like beyond fucked up. They getting paid like $7 or something. Matter of fact, let me look it up right now because I bet it's probably lower than that. Let me see.
$6.50.
That is still ain't shit, bruh. So I'm getting from around 754 or 805.
Pain.
What the
That is
fuck?
unacceptable. That is unacceptable. Again, if you're like working in the food industry, I want to thank y'all for your work because a nigga be hungry
Facts.
and like y'all ain't getting paid shit, and then it's fucked up. That has to change.
Y'all get
That's
paid.
gotta change. 'Cause what the fuck? You had those people. Oh, if they make the price go up for them, the food's gonna go up. Man, it's going up regardless.
That's true. It really is. Might as well pay us. Might as well pay
And I
people.
saw they probably deleted it, but I saw somebody posted in the thread that like they posted a picture of like, oh, they raised the food workers price up, like McDonald workers.
Huh?
But they posted a picture of like, you know those machines where let's say like the line's too long and you just want to like create your order right there. You know the little kiosk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were saying that was gonna make the prices go up. It's like, bro, that was there way before this conversation was even started. Like, what do you like? What? That's not gonna make somebody's make the food go up. Like, bro, like that's not how that works.
At all.
What I don't like, because this is kind of backtracking, is I hate automatic tipping when I go places. That shit get on my nerves. Like, I was gonna tip you anyway, but it's just like, but then you just took the money out my. It's like it's like you gonna give somebody some money, but they go in your wallet and take it. That pissed me off. It's like I don't even want to give you this shit no more. Cause I went to this one place and the food was some fucking mid, and I didn't know it was all because we was invited out the last second. It was like fucking okay, seen that shit and everything, and then it automatic tipped. I looked down at this shit and then I was like dissatisfied with my food. Like the service people was fine. I just ain't like the food. I'm just like, nigga, what? Nigga, this a double digit tip. What the fuck is he talking about? I was gonna leave like an $8, $7 tip. These motherfuckers took $15, $17. It's like, nigga, my food wasn't that much. I was hurt. I was distraught. I'm like, yeah, nigga, don't invite me out ever again, bro. Don't you ever invite me. Don't you ever invite me and the homie out again, bro. You done pissed us off. We drove home angry talking shit. We was talking about, yeah, that's why we fuck with you. That's why we fuck with your mama more than you anyway, nigga. Fuck you. You ain't tell nobody no information. Don't ever hang out with people from high school again after a couple years, bro. That shit's a regret. It's just like, oh yeah, let's see how they doing. Nah, don't do it. This sadness and regret. I still miss them $17. I'ma always miss that $17 too, even if I'm rich. That's cool. I'm gonna hit that nigga with the interest fee.
Do y'all think food workers should be entitled to a tip? Like they should expect every customer like to tip them.
No.
It depends. Like it depends because like they can always have good service and shit. and everything, but it's just like if you have good service at a place that serves mid food, it's like it might be hit or miss. Like you shouldn't like if you working as a waiter, you should expect a tip most of the time. Really, if you delivering food, you should expect a tip. If you doing carryouts, you should expect your paycheck and no tip. Like you could still get a tip. I'm just not gonna be the nigga that'll give you the tip if I got to carry out.
So what about like let's say like the movies? Kind of like does Alamo Draft have it or y'all been in like movie tavern, right?
Once.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to
Yeah.
say, nigga, the only time I spend money at the movie theater is to buy my ticket. The fuck, I'm sneaking food in.
No,
I
I mean
brought
like a movie tavern type of thing.
bro, I brought boba in there before. Oh my goodness. It was great.
Oh, actually, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I've tipped
Bro,
at a movie tavern.
movie tavern's food was fire too. I'm not gonna lie.
Their
'Cause
pizzas was literally Tostino's pizzas.
I never had their pizza. I had their sliders. I love their sliders. They had pancakes or waffles or some shit too. Oh my god, movie tavern.
I never got to try it.
The most delicious.
Cause my dad would take me up there and shit with my brother, and like we went to see a morning movie one time, and we had breakfast up there too. Bro, that shit was busted. I was like, hey yo, like I never got up to go see another movie that early again. I don't even remember what the fuck we saw. I just know I enjoyed it.
So we all agree that like under this circumstance, but like majority of the time that we should tip, right?
You should.
Yeah.
Majority.
Like even for fast food, or are you talking about just like
No, I mean like food trucks, small owned like businesses, but not including like franchises like Pizza Hut or
Papa
even
John's.
that's complicated too because then you look at like let's say you go to a restaurant like
Panera Bread?
Papa Do's,
Panera.
you know, like a
Not Panera Bread. My bad. Olive Garden. Like you know what I'm
yeah
talking about?
like a
Like
traditional
waitress,
restaurant.
like waiter,
Yeah,
and all that.
that's included, right?
I don't
Yeah, I
think
would include that.
Olive Garden is included.
I
Why not?
think what do you guys think about automotive like tips?
You need to let people know beforehand on some shit like that. Because it's like I was
Yeah, at
going.
least
I
communicate.
would have left a tip, but it's just like that shit was too much, and they gotta let you know how much it is, or you can adjust the amount you leaving as the tip if they're gonna charge automatically.
Wait, you're saying that they never told you like how much? It says it
Like
everywhere
no,
I go. I've seen it.
like there should be a way.
No, like telling you beforehand
Yeah,
that it's
yeah, they have
mandatory.
it.
I
Where
didn't
do you
see.
guys go to?
The place I went to, I was invited to. I didn't know it was automatic tip. They didn't say shit. There was nothing around or anything that would let me know. I didn't know till I paid for the shit.
I feel like that's kind of more on the whoever invited you, because
Oh, it is because they ain't know either. But they was sitting there trying. But they bought a bunch.
I think that's kind of. I feel like that's more user error in a way you would say,
Right.
customer error, because like you still gotta communicate and talk about that stuff.
Cool. We could have gone to the ramen place literally right next door. I bet they wouldn't have done us like that. And that nigga bought like he had invited a couple of his friends out too, and he paid for their food. And I know that nigga's pockets was hurting when that automatic tip came. He was trying to flex. I'm like, you got it, bro. That nigga's like, That nigga said, damn. You know how them Hispanic niggas say that shit. With the ones that be trying to act black.
Damn, Jose.
Damn.
We didn't think this through, homie. Nah, you didn't
Who
think
is we?
this.
We.
Gonna rob me of my money. Fucking
Oh.
scammer. Don't they
Yeah, I
tell
think-
like the percentage on a
It
receipt?
depends.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, they'll tell you different percentage and stuff.
Damn, it's been a while since I've been to a restaurant.
Yeah, no.
I think it's been a while since a lot of us have been to a restaurant, to be honest with you, bro.
I don't
What
usually
are
go
you,
to restaurants at all.
what are you talking about, Kiki?
I, I, I mean, not us, but just
Kiki just out here capping.
just
What?
speaking in general.
Keep this out here down bad. It's okay. We want food too, bro. We'll fight for you.
But
We
honestly,
always want to eat.
if you're going out, I'm gonna stick by that. You should already have that mindset to set money aside to also give like a tip.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't be a poor nigga.
Even if you are.
Look, I can understand if you're on a budget, you broke. I get it. Just
Falling on a budget.
or go to somewhere that's within your budget. Right.
A lot of them a 50-cent tip at McDonald's when you get your dollar burger.
50-cent tip. What?
Well, for your dollar burger, let them know you care. You wanna donate to the you wanna donate to the children's hospital? You end up broke real quick when they ask you that question.
Do it
Oh,
for PETA.
that's just a tax write off. I don't never that's not even tipping. That's kind of deceiving when you really look at it. Because you're not really doing it because you care about the children. You're doing that for a tax write off.
On me.
Hmm.
So let me show them some
But
love. No.
yeah,
How about no? Did I raise them? Are they mine? Looking at us, that's fucked up.
was there any last little stories y'all have about tipping or not tipping?
Tipping wise, well, I could talk to you about like when I used to work like at fast food and all that. If you want me to.
Yeah, we want to get your perspective on it.
All right, so like I used to work at DD's, Dunkin' Donuts. Fuck that shit.
Damn, on that one, continue.
Let's say I know that we do have like a tip jar and all that. And every week my max amount of tips I got was I think $1.50. And that's at Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, I'm not
God
surprised.
damn.
I know, right? But then I remember when I was working there, tips was hardly anything. There was no tips basically whatsoever. But you would you would actually do a shit ton. Like you're working the front, then you got to work at the drive-through. Then I had to make sandwiches, got to get you donuts, get you a drink. Literally just one person, But people don't see that. People don't see you actually doing all that shit, and you kind of wish that some people did tip. But I mean, granted, you got to think to yourself like, damn, I'm working at a fast food restaurant. Who the fuck would ever tip here? Then I end up working in a place called Katsu Bar, where it's like a Chipotle style type of restaurant. Pretty cool. I like it. Or it's like you build your own type of katsu. Or beforehand, it was called Poke Bar. That was a pretty good one too. Katsu, like Japanese. I think yeah, Japanese like
Well, I
fried
thought you said South.
chicken.
I'm like, when that nigga open up?
But going back to it,
Is one of the meals called Goodbye, Mr. Tien?
no, dude.
Shut the
What are you
fuck
talking
Christ.
about?
We're not gonna get
But like
into it.
going back at it, like we end up we end up getting more tips was because they could pay it what do you call on card, they didn't have to do anything else because it's on card. It's the one of those easy things to press like 15% and doesn't look too big. But we got more tips on there. We got our tips. However, we would always have those customers that would order 15 plates and we're cooking it right in front of them too, and they would only tip maybe like 50 cents or maybe $1. And I'm just like, I just made you over $100 worth of food, and you saw me like next to the fryer, next to the stove, cooking. You give me $1. I was like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't know. And then it's one of those things like you work your ass off, but one Dunkin' Donuts, people kind of don't see it, so that's why you don't get tips. But then at this place, you would work a lot, and it's being shown where you're cooking, you're handling customers, you are trying to do everything the best you can, but they see it and they're like, it's whatever. And all that work it's basically kind of like nothing.
You better suffer, nigga, is what they telling you.
Yeah, literally, I was like, oh, I don't, I don't feel like working at a fast food or like restaurants anymore because that's kind of bullshit. Unless you work at like a fancy restaurant where this next to a lot of how you say high class communities, then yeah, I understand that you end up getting more tips. But if you work in a restaurant with next to lower income families, you're not gonna get that big of a tip. People don't really care. So that's how I see it. I mean, I wish I did get tips, but I mean, a dollar is a dollar, right? Even if it's a week. Like, I appreciate it in a way, but it's just like, fuck it. Like, I wish I got more.
We sat there and had that shit. If it don't make money, it don't make sense.
Yep.
But it be like that sometimes.
Yeah, I've only worked at like my first job, fucking Mount Tasia. Fuck that place. It's boomers now.
What is
Didn't it
that?
close?
It should be closed. It
Oh,
probably is closed. I wouldn't be surprised.
you never been in Mount Tasia?
I don't know
No.
what that is.
The way this nigga described it, he made it seem like it was the second coming of Satan.
What?
Oh, it was, bro.
What?
It was.
Mount Tasia sounds like
So Mount Tasia is like
sounds like a roller coaster.
it's kind of like but the arcade side of it is really fucking small.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
am
have
I
to
still
look this
lagging?
up.
A little bit.
Oh, okay. Mount Tasia is like a smaller inside of like the arcade of it's kind of like it's right, but smaller. But the outside there's a mini there's mini golf and go karts,
Okay.
and there was a batting cage too. Um, I worked inside of the kitchen though. Keep in mind, this is my first job. I'm just here for the summer trying to get some money, right? So I can buy like games and shit. Just to buy dumb shit, basically. First of all, I think I got like 750 or some shit. And they thinking, oh, it's some money. Man, I'm a kid. I don't know this is some fucking money. I was like, what, 14, 15? And then the hours weren't really shit. And bro, all the food was over fucking priced. Like, I mean, over fucking priced. Kiki's heard this story before. Or I don't know if I told this to Coconut. Or if I think you've heard this story before. I've told it on Xbox. But one day I'm working like the cash register. Was I working? Well, I didn't work the register necessarily, but I was selling the food and somebody else was on the register. And there was this couple. They're like, "Oh, can we get some popcorn?" And the biggest size, bro, like a large of it, right? Oh man, the best way to describe it is it was the size of a deck of cards. Like I can't make this up. Like it was really fucking small, and I'm trying to like because I feel bad for him. I want y'all to guess how much the popcorn was. Though.
1350.
Yeah, it was around that price.
The fact that you got the name, did you get the sales
It
tax?
was around. That was with the sales tax, yeah. And I felt fucking bad. I'm like, I know they just there, just have a good time. The dude's just trying to take care of his woman. They having date night, right? I'm like, damn, this is so fucked up.
A date night at Mount
I don't even
Tasia.
want to sell this shit to him. So what I do is, because the manager doesn't see this shit, I'll overfill that fucking popcorn. Like, I mean, to like I had it towering a little bit, and they felt bad and like, yo, it's okay. Don't even worry about it. And they had gave me a tip, whatever. They gave me like a $5 tip. I don't even know if I was supposed to take that, but it was just kind of cool just to see like customers like caring in a sense. Because that job was so fucking shitty. And I didn't go in there expecting a tip. In any job that I worked at, I've never expected a tip. But I've had times where people try to tip me, and I'm like, yeah, I can't take that.
Rip.
I get it, but you know, because of legal reasons and stuff, it can get like terminated. Especially when I was working at Dillard's. Been plenty of times they try to like give me like $100. I'm like, oh no, I can't take that. I'm not losing my job.
$100 for what?
I feel
Yeah,
like you gotta slide that under the desk.
because Dillard's like the way that is, it's like not only are you the salesman, you have to like go in the back room, and it's a huge fucking back room. Like, it's the best way to describe it. Think about it. It's at like the front of your house, right? Going to Vincent's house.
Oh shit. That's an entire cul-de-sac.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's kind of how it feels, especially when there's different colors and whatnot. But yeah, Mount Tasia, that was pretty ass. I didn't go in there expecting a tip or anything, but there's been plenty of times where that's happened. You're having to like cook shit and oh, it's so fucking bad. Um, if you're going to like little spots like that, I'm not speaking for it because I never worked there, but since it's like kind of similar, I wouldn't be surprised if they're really janky like that. So like one of the pizza trays, right? What they would do, there was like a sewage that they never like closed up,
oh,
and it kind of was like, yeah, it was kind of like leaking a little bit, right?
niggas
What they
got
would do to close it, they would put like the pizza tray on there, like they would rotate them and stuff. I'm
Nice.
going, yeah. Oh, I know we're going a little off topic, but um, yeah. Oh, they don't pay
This
you
is a
shit
horror
for
story.
working at like food restaurants and stuff. So this tip wherever you're going. If you're going to food trucks, restaurants, at least tip. I'm not saying be big baller and giving them a $50 tip. I'm not saying that. If their service is excellent and it's like beyond like regular standards, tip them better. Okay,
Yeah, give
especially
them
when we're in
a
a
few cents.
pandemic, give them a little something because that might make their day. I'm not saying pay for their check. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's fucked up on the food industry and how it is. Not to take advantage of workers, but just go ahead and tip them. Tip them something, you know. But yeah, we don't have anything else to say. Let's close this show out. But M, what should
Yes,
they
sir.
like subscribe to? What should they donate to? Kiki, where do they need to donate?
To the Patreon, bucko.
No, fuck the Patreon. We don't do that no
Is
more.
it anger?
OnlyFans.
us OnlyFans donations.
Donation.
Anyone that has
Donation.
OnlyFans
page?
is later. But donate to Anchor.
Oh,
Again,
whoa,
all
wait.
links
Is
below.
this a group OnlyFans or a singular? Like, fuck, everybody gonna be in there?
The fuck?
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
damn.
But donate to our Anchor page. It's in the link in the description if you're listening on YouTube. If you're not following us already on social media, follow me
Then
at
what the
Saint
fuck are you
Foreman.
doing? Hit
And what
that
the
follow button,
get him,
nigga.
I
Follow
get
the
him.
Delay W Podcast, Twitter, Instagram.
At
So you
Expedition
can stay
King
updated
on
with new episodes every week.
other apps like that.
And
just
it is
found
King
some
B's
poetry
birthday today. So I need you to donate for his fucking birthday
for his
Donate.
Yes,
birthday. Woo
sir.
on
woo.
Anchor
Donate.
slash
Happy
Delay W
birthday,
Podcast.
Thank you.
And if you're listening on YouTube, comment happy birthday, King B's.
King Beast.
And we'll check you motherfuckers out on the next episode of the Delay W Pod.
Donation.
Peace.
Peace.
Donation.
Bye.
Donation.
Donation.